New inflation numbers out today show prices still high as Americans continue to spend more than they did last year.
The Federal Reserve's months-long proactive measures designed to tackle rising prices may actually have contributed to the two recent bank collapses. CBN Capitol Hill correspondent Matt Galka joins us with more. Matt, the government looks like it's trying to strike this delicate balance as it navigates this fragile financial situation.
Yeah, John and Jenna, fragile is right. The Federal Reserve Chair told Congress last week they were prepared to increase rate hikes and quicken the pace to try and get a handle on inflation, but that might not be the case now. Inflation remains stubbornly high, according to the latest Consumer Price Index. February numbers lined up with economists' expectations, although prices are still 6% higher than 1 year ago and increased slightly from January. Housing costs accounted for a big chunk of the increase, even with energy prices falling.
You take all your money.
But two large bank failures over the weekend have complicated the economic picture. Both Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank collapsed, forcing federal regulators to make emergency moves to guarantee customers get their money, even those with more than the federally insured amount of $250,000. Some experts believe the banks were caught up in the Fed's attempt to reel in inflation with rate hikes.
Rising interest rates was one of the biggest problems that bit them two ways.
Federal Chair Jerome Powell told Congress just last week that faster and larger rate hikes could be on the horizon.
If the totality of the data were to indicate that faster tightening is warranted, we'd be prepared to increase the pace of rate hikes.
But the banking collapses and economic news may have slowed that plan for now. Wall Street rallied Tuesday morning after the economic news and a bet on a smaller rate hike. While President Biden assured Americans about the bank system being safe, he also wants Congress to work on preventing any more banks from folding.
I'm going to ask Congress and the banking regulators to strengthen the rules for banks to make it less likely this kind of bank failure would happen again.
Meanwhile, Facebook's parent company, Meta, told employees they're planning to lay off about 10,000 workers and not fill 5,000 open positions, citing economic uncertainty. The Fed meets next week and is expected to go forward with a rate hike, although there's optimism it will be a smaller one.